Wife didn't come home last night. Found her drunk in her car with her tennis coach. I'm looking for married women's POV on boundaries. I, 39M, went to bed on Wednesday night, said goodnight to my wife, 40F, who was on the sofa finishing up some work things. Our 2 kids, 6F and 4M, are sleeping soundly already. I'm a high school teacher with a busy day tomorrow, she an entrepreneur. At 2:30 a.m. I notice she is not in bed and I search for her in our apartment. Nothing. Kids still asleep in bed. There is text on my phone from 10:53 p.m. saying, "Gone for food, be back soon." I know her work call went badly, an important deal fell through, and where we live there is a culture of night markets and food which she likes. I saw on Find My iPhone she was having food. I suspected she'd be having some beers, drowning her losses. This was pretty late, but I let it slide. Give her some space. I woke up again at 5:30 a.m. She's still not home. Her location has changed to a police station. I call her. No pickup. My best guess, drunk driving. She must feel like a POS. I'm thinking tears and vomit. 5-year driving ban. So I call in sick to work, get the kids out of bed, take them to their different schools, by taxi, she took our car, then get another to the police station. It's 8:30 a.m. I'm now imagining the worst, head-on crash, she's in hospital or worse and the police picked up her car. I see her car parked out front. The police station is actually set away back, and the car and her phone are just in a public lot nearby. The engine is on. I can see a disheveled guy sleeping in the front. I'm scared less about my wife's whereabouts, so I bang on the window. He winds it down and she is in the back. She's covered in vomit. She's absolutely hammered. I give the guy a hard time. Who is he? What is he doing with my wife? He looks like a kid caught with his hand in the cookie jar, stammers about knowing her from the tennis club and wanders off into the morning sun. She's so sorry about getting drunk, making me miss work, forgetting the kids, etc. I drive her home. I've had my suspicions about this tennis coach. He's a single 21-year-old guy. I've seen her texting a lot. I encourage her hobbies, the business weighs on her heavily. This year she's been doing weight loss, sports, all that jazz. It's her main social outlet where we live, but every husband has in the back of his mind the stereotype of sports coach trying to get close to his wife. She assures me nothing happened, and she doesn't see him like that. He's more like a kid brother. I genuinely believe she believes that. Besides, she was unconscious, covered in vomit, not exactly hot stuff. I ask her how she got so hammered. She said she went to dinner at a restaurant, by herself. Solo dinner. He must have come out to join her as he lives close by. She has forgotten her phone, so I go to get it from the vomit-riddled car. I take a peek and she has screenshots of their texts and the actual ones in app which show she has been deleting messages from him. I can see he invited her out for dinner. She spills the beans on what actually happened. She apologizes for hiding things and lying. The pressure of running the business makes her feel lonely and abandoned and she can't talk to me about it. For her, this is the crux of the issue we should focus on. We used to run business together. I think couples shouldn't work together, it's a marriage killer, and so became a teacher instead at a fancy school where our kids now get free places. Her coach is a fun friend and a sympathetic ear she can unload on. She knows I am suspicious of him, which is why she hid it from me and deleted messages. She has also secretly seen him one other time a week prior, research trip to check a new FNB installation in town. I think she likes the attention, but he wants to bang. She agrees it's shady and needs to stop. She apologizes but wants to get quickly to the but all about how she feels abandoned and I'm not supporting her enough with the business. Her points are fair. She suggested she never meets him alone. I'm welcome to come, but has spent $2,000 on advanced lesson payments with the tennis club and would be embarrassed to switch coaches. I mulled it over, disagree and think it's best we nip this in the bud and just cut him out completely. I didn't make it an ultimatum, but said, I think this guy has to go. No lessons, no messaging. This is a nascent emotional affair, boundaries have been crossed. I don't want to be suspicious, nervous, or policing her with him. Get rid of him and we move on. She's really pissed, controlling, can't have her own friends, etc. I've told her to reach out to her friends and see what they think. I can't imagine any will think it's reasonable to keep this guy around. I'm reaching out to the Reddit hive mind for input. I'm especially interested in women's POV. Update. I'm absolutely broken. I found out 4 days ago and feel like an idiot. I have that weird feeling in my chest like having too much coffee. I definitely can't sleep. This is an update to a post I made at Christmas on in our /marriage, but the bots are not into my update. I found my wife drunk in our car with her tennis coach one morning around Christmas time. Things seemed to be going well. I showed her some Reddit comments. We read, not just friends, she thought they were between stages 2 and 3 if you've read it. She deleted him and changed coaches. Our marriage and family has been good. I encouraged her to go on trips to places, one half leisure, one half work to decompress. We're on holiday now, and she asked me to update her WhatsApp. She's rubbish at tech. I saw TikTok open in the background with unread messages and my curiosity got the better of me. There were messages from that day, between the two of them. Banal stuff like holiday pics. That night, I went through her phone while she snored. I checked his social media, I don't have him on mine, and saw a picture of him at an iconic lake my wife had been on one of her trips. My heart sank. There was no date, but rocks, plants and electrical cables in his photo matched exactly one from my wife's own photos from her trip. She had taken the picture for him. I wrote her a letter saying I knew about him and her tennis coach. I would step aside and she could be with him. I asked for a 30-day separation to let everyone's heads cool off. She had to leave the holiday for work travel anyway, so it works. She did what you'd expect, silently staring at the paper for 3 minutes. It was just some texts. I told her I knew more and she needed to come clean. Over the next 24 hours I was treated to trickle truth par excellence, though no Darvo this time. I didn't reveal how much I knew or how I knew it, so it all had to come out. Definitely do trust your gut, do look through partner's phone in middle of night, don't reveal how much you know or how you know it if you want to get to the truth. As she tells it, she really did just have dinner with him and get too drunk at Christmas. She cut him out, but in May her new different tennis coach was sick and the boss paired them back up. She didn't say no. They had a few dates and kissed. She was bored on her trip to the lake and he semi-invited himself. They slept together that night. She is awful at taking responsibility and just saying, I invited him along to have sex with me. She paid for a plane ticket for him to see him on another trip for sex. She said it's not about him, he's just a kid that listens to her problems and is well put together. It's all on her. She is desperate for reconciliation and is making some of the right noises. Therapy for her and a hall pass for me are my table stakes to begin that conversation. We have a good married and family life otherwise outside of this. We have 2 really happy young kids and she's a great mother. She isn't a fantastic or evil person, she's just sort of normal. Fallible, lovable but deeply selfish and can't take responsibility for her actions. Can therapy fix that? For now, we are separated and everything sucks. The kids don't know what's going on. I felt an incredible wave of warm satisfaction when it all came out. I'm not crazy. I was right. She had gaslit me for the better part of a year with this guy. She sort of snapped at me about, you're right, you win, when I was getting her to admit the truth. But then the realization I may have wasted 13 years of my life with this person, and my children's lives have been destroyed because of her selfishness quickly puts that in perspective. TLDR, wife did have an affair with her tennis coach and my family is destroyed. I am a broken man. A few points from last time, I spent a few years retraining as a teacher, it wasn't overnight. Qualifications, training placements, and masters were had. Smaller kid is in a different site to older kid in terms of school. We are not based in the States. The way you think the world works may in fact not be the way the world works.